me this one's going to go big.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. So then, Lotta Luck. What would happen if you did the method on it immediately after doing the method on it? That's what we're going to find out in this video. You can see the stats there. This is exactly as I left it at the end of the previous video. If you remember, I took it over percentage. It's at 87.49%. We've just made a profit of 71 quid on it. We've done all the knockbacks, we've taken the afterplay, and this machine was in a bad mood when I left it. And what we are now going to do, I'll get straight into the gameplay. We can do the waffle as we go, because I have a feeling this might take a while. We're just going to try and do again exactly the same as before. We're going to start to get it ready up, knocking it back, and see how long it takes and how much we lose. Now, the reason I'm doing this is the last video got a load of comments left on it, about 50 comments in total so far. And more than one person said it'd be nice to see what this would do if you played it afterwards. What would it play like afterwards? Or what would it be like if the machine was in a bad mood when you got to it? A few other people were also leaving comments along the lines of, you know, you really wanted to make sure that it was genuinely full when you got to it. You needed to know about refill days and stuff like that, because it could still take, you know, it could play a nasty game if it wanted to, if you didn't know where you were up to with it and you didn't know whether or not it was genuinely sort of playing well or full or whatever, or if it had just been refilled. So, like I say, a few comments along the lines of that this could be a nasty machine, and also that was a bad board, and also wondering what it would be like if you play, because when I did the previous video, I did deliberately have the machine with some life in it, and also with a little, not much, but a little bit of a drift in our favour. And that was more than anything, that was to get things going at a decent rate of knots, so we didn't have to wait too long for the machine to have a bit of life in it. And to be honest with you, that wasn't entirely realistic either. Certainly if nobody else was doing these, it wasn't that unusual to find them. Not a million miles off the state that this machine was in at the start of the last video. And I remember going to the snooker club one time, and I think I got an invincible on the very first board. It was offering super features, and then it did an invincible on the first board. So it certainly could happen. I don't think it was unrealistic. I deliberately had the machine set to a sensible percentage, which was 84%. Had a load of cash through it. It had settled down, and it wasn't completely off its tits. But there is a reasonable point there. What would it be like if the machine was in a worse mood when you got to it? And a couple of people were wondering what would happen if you just tried to do it back to back. And I thought, you know what, that is actually quite an interesting question, because if you think about it, that is the one thing that you would never ever do in the wild. The second you had done the method on some, you know, or any machine which had some kind of method on it, whereby, you know, you weren't taking free wins and you were deliberately manipulating the machine in some way to pay big, but it was also all accounted for in the percentage. I mean, another obvious one would be Pie Factory and clones. There is a video on the channel about Pie Factory and clones. Once you've done the double jackpot on that, you wanted to leave that thing for a few days and give it some time to recover and get some money through it. Exactly the same would be true of Lotta Luck. I had the timings for the ones that I had here varied. And I'm sure, you know, you will have found that this is the case with the machines that you were playing. It depended on the location. It depended how much money a machine was getting through it. In a busy pub where there was a lot of footfall and people were tending to put money in the machines, you could visit them, God, I mean, depending on the machine. There were some around here that I could visit every couple of days, like Monty Python's Flying Circus and one, you know, the kind of really forcible £15 Barcrest. In a busy pub, you could visit them every couple of days, but in a quiet pub, you might want to leave them 4 days, 5 days, a week or more. And then with the more extreme methods, you could be leaving them for longer than that. It depended on how, and certainly as the jackpot got bigger, you could be leaving them for quite some time. Certainly I had a Can You Dig It? Oh, extra life. I had a Can You Dig It in a bowling alley here, which towards the end of it, I don't think there was hardly anybody else playing it, and I was leaving that for like 2 weeks before. I mean, obviously, Can You Dig It being a clone of Empire Strikes Back, again, there is a video about this on the channel. That thing wanted leaving for about 2 weeks before they finally got rid of it, and even then it wasn't, you know, fully recovered even after 2 weeks, so the thing is that you would never do this. In the real world, the one thing that you would want to do once you've done a machine like I did Lotta Luck in the previous video, oh, we're one away from an invincible. one away from an invincible, you would want to give it some time to recover. Oh, is it going to have me? It is going to. I wondered if it was going to go invincible there. You would want to give them some time to recover. The last thing in the world you would want to do is go again on a machine or come back to a machine too soon after you've done the method on it. And certainly with a lot of luck, there's no way that you would go back and try a lot of luck the next day. Oh, fucking hell, that was nasty. You would want to give it some time to recover. So that's a very long, waffly way of saying, the more I thought about it, I thought that would be quite interesting because I never did that. What would actually happen if you tried to go back to back on a lot of luck? So that's what we're going to do here. And the one other thing that I will say here is I have deliberately not done a test run on this. So I am going into this blind. Normally when I do my videos, when I'm showing a method or whatever, I will get the machine ready. If it needs a load of money through using autoplay, I will do that. If the machine needs to be in a certain state, sometimes there's quite a bit of time goes into getting the machine in the right place for when I'm making the video, so that I can be reasonably confident that we're going to see what we need to see, albeit with the caveat that sometimes they do misbehave. When I was trying to show the streaks on the May gauge, the Great Escape and the Italian Job and that lot, I think we had to go back to the RAM file. Was it like 3 times during the course of the video to go? Oh, hang on a minute. Let me just see if I can hit this. Oh no, I did actually miss that then. That was stupid. We had to go back to the RAM file like 3 times in the course of the video to get it to do what we wanted to do. But the point is, I always like to have the machine where we're going to see what's of interest in the video, what the point of the video is. But for this, I deliberately haven't done this because I'm really curious to see what this actually does. So it might surprise us. Maybe it will surprise us and start going invincible fairly early doors, or maybe it will play an utter and complete pig. I am curious to find out what this is going to do, how much it's going to cost us, and what our result is going to be. I mean, obviously it's going to go invincible eventually. It will turn, it will happen. But how could you still win on a machine that had just been done? And if not, how much would you actually lose? Now, see, if I'd come on to this in the snooker club, I generally thought that getting a super feature was a pretty good sign, that any super feature being offered was a good sign. Now, that is what the worst feature there, Cash Dash. But it did offer us, and we got £5 on nudges there. So you'd say, well, I mean, we've put 18 quid into it already, but oh, let's actually fucking hit it this time. Oh, God, I was too late that time. Jesus, God almighty. Not to worry. Well, I don't think, so if it was going to go all the invincible on that board, we're not going to find out. It was offering us a £5 though, wasn't it? So it isn't completely dead. And do remember that the jackpot here is only 15 quid, so I wouldn't expect it to take a huge amount of money to actually... That's 21 quid in now. I wouldn't expect it to take too much for it to go invincible. To offer a jackpot, not to go invincible, but to actually offer a jackpot shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. But how much it'll want to go invincible and how much it'll want to actually let us start knocking it back, I really don't know. That is what we're going to find out. I mean, I certainly got the feeling on the one in the snooker club, a combination of the later chips that were put in and it being played less. That was the thing. I think the locals had kind of learned to avoid it at that point and weren't really putting much money into it, because it did... We'll just go for cherries there. It did tighten up quite a bit. I mean, not just as a result of the rechips, but also because I think people were playing it less as time went on. I think that's as well. That was why Andy was... that's bad gamble. I thought it would give me a bonus number there. I think that was partly why Andy, the guy who ran the place, I think that was why he was kind of quite keen on getting it rechipped. Andy himself did not play the machines. He had no interest in the machines whatsoever, and his staff weren't allowed to play the machines. He was super, super strict on that. And that's generally a very good thing, by the way. In terms of getting heat in a location, and in terms of getting a hostile reception to playing the machine in a location, certainly if you're winning on it, of course, nothing is worse than having the staff be into the machine. If the staff are into the machine and they've got a financial interest and you were going in there and winning out of that machine, they do not like that and they will be hostile towards you. whereas a location where the staff aren't into the machine, they're not allowed to play it or they don't want to play it, then you'll generally find that you get a much easier time of it. So in the case of the snooker club there, Andy had no vested financial interest in it, and nor did his staff. So I don't think he was rechipping it from that perspective. I think his sort of motivation for chipping it was just because it was giving such a terrible game for the rest of his customers. That was the problem. Because I was just going in there and spannering it on a regular basis, so there was nothing left for anybody else. Which, oh, come, let's actually fuck it. I can't believe I've missed this twice already. There we are. So I have got a taxi here. So I could potentially get, I think we've landed on locomotion once already, have we? Oh, I could certainly, so I could use taxi now to land on locomotion, which is at least red 7s. I don't think locomotion, super locomotion, is always a jackpot. Ooh, so we were certainly into red 7s territory. I think the minimum that super locomotion can give you is red 7s. So, you know, I think that was a £10 win was available on that board. And to be absolutely honest with you, if I was playing this in the wild, I would have perhaps determined that maybe it was worth carrying on. It has shown me a super feature. It's shown me that it's prepared to offer super locomotion. So, oh, don't you know, I'd possibly, without knowing the history, this is why it's so important to where possible, to know what the history of the machine is, to know when your refill days. I mean, even more so, of course, with club machines, which have got really long pay cycles. But with AWPs as well, if you had a good fruit machine, you know, you would kind of want to keep on top of it. Hang on. And kind of know where it's up to, so that you don't get out of sync with it. You want to know when it's been refilled, and you want to have a pretty good idea when it last paid out. So we've got an extra life here. We're only one red number away from an invincible board. Ooh, that's going to take the life. I mean, I don't think getting 8 red numbers actually counts for anything, but, you know, you can't help but feel it's close. Is it going to? I genuinely don't know, folks. I genuinely do not know what this is going to do. I mean, logic would dictate that it's going to be in a really foul mood because it's just been done and it's having to come back from over percentage. But, you know, we've seen that compensated fruit machines do very, very strange things sometimes. I mean, it's certainly prepared to offer the board. It's been prepared to offer us some half-decent wins already, so maybe we'll be surprised. I am quite surprised that it's boarding as readily as it is. I thought it would be really resisting even putting us on the board, but it seems to be quite happy to put us on the board. Okay, another feature. Reel spin off. I don't know, maybe there'll be a gap. Maybe it'll be prepared to offer us a jackpot relatively early on, but it won't go invincible. Really don't know. There's no point nudging that one down because that reel configuration is actually pretty good. Okay, let's see what it wants to do here. Okay, we are getting close on the red numbers. I don't think, you know, on these later chips, I'm not... Oh my god, I'm not... I always thought that on the earlier chips it meant a little bit more how many red numbers you saw on the trail, like how close it was going to invincible. Certainly I didn't really get that feeling. Oh, it's happy to go up to 8 there, but I always felt on the late chip, or the later chips, it didn't really matter so much what the red trail was doing. I mean, we are... That's 30 quid gone. Can we get a feature here? We have got a feature here. We're exactly £30 in. You can see we've got the short-term meters at the top there. What I will say, I'm desperately just trying to waffle here to fill time because the machine itself is probably not... Oh, is that going to kill me? Oh, well, it's better than dying, I suppose. I don't know, it almost seems to have actually gone off a little bit here, doesn't it? I wouldn't be surprised if that kills me. Oh, no, it's not having that. So you can see there, we're now going... This will be £33 in. I mean, what I will say is perhaps just go back and read the... If you're interested, just go and read the comments on the last video about Lotta Luck. So a load of people have left comments. There's some good chat on there. Some other things that, have just popped into my mind. I'm probably going to forget some of them. I did just review them before I started making this video. I've kind of hopefully got them all in my head. But one other thing that a couple of people, more than one person said was that if it does go invincible in the afters. Now, if you remember, that did happen to me. It was going invincible on the afters. A couple of people said, knock it back again. If it actually offers you an invincible whilst you're in the afters, just knock it back a couple more times. And that will then make because if you just go into the cash streak again on an afters invincible, if you just take cash streak again, it's almost always flat. But if you just knock a couple back, you can get a bigger cash streak out of it again. And if it does go invincible again, you can actually do that again, knock it back a couple more times. So, got to say that was... Oh, now then, we're in the... if we're playing it properly here, we should do... Let's just play it properly and take our pound. So that was something that I didn't know. If it does go invincible in the afters, you can actually just knock it back a couple more times and get bigger cash streaks out of it. Just collect our £3 there. And again, a couple of people said what you can do when you're on the invincible board, and if you're on the second level there, you can take golden hold, or particularly super golden hold, and then if you just bring numbers back in on the win line, that will put you back into the feature. Now, I do. When I read that, I thought, oh, you know what? I've got vague memories of actually doing that, but I think opinion is divided as when you do that, if it is a genuine knockback of an invincible board or not. But I do have vague memories of doing that a little bit later on, maybe when I continued chatting with that guy who gave me the method from the CMA mailing list. That you certainly can do that. It works. If you just take golden hold and bring the numbers back in on the win line, it does then just start the feature again. Whether or not that classifies as an invincible board knockback, I don't know. I can't say for sure. I think I tended to err towards the side of actually doing a proper knockback by trying to take nothing off the board, or just taking £1 off knockouts. And where's that? So, yeah, there is a pound up there. I want to get some pounds in view. Got a £5 off nudges. And there was, by the way, there was a third one. There were 3 straight clones, which were... Hang on. Where's that going? Oh, just take it there. There were the 3 clones. There was Lotta Luck, JACKPOT and Fort Boyard. But there was another one called the Codfather. Now, the Codfather isn't a straight clone. It does have a couple of little tweaks on it, but the method was the same. It's got an extra way of getting a streak and that sort of thing, but the method on it, the knockback method on it, works the same. So, does seem to have quite a similar code base to Lotta Luck, Fort Boyard, and the JACKPOT. I never had a Codfather over here. I don't remember ever seeing one. It is emulated. I had the layout for it in my collection. I fired it up in the emulator. And yeah, you can see when you play it that it is, whilst it isn't a straight clone, it's pretty close to being a straight clone. So you could certainly, I would say that you could count that as another one in this series, even though it isn't a straight clone of the other 3. Let's get rid of that jackpot down there. You can see the money up is money in is going up, rather. Let's just get rid of that. I'll take a blast there because we've got £3 in view, so having the blast is probably not a bad idea. So there's probably a couple of other comments that I've forgotten about. So many people did leave comments on the previous video. Thank you very much for that. It's always very interesting to read what people have to say. And I do always drop a like or reply. So, oh my goodness me. Well, let's do it properly. We'll do that there. And we'll just collect our £1 off that one because we saw last time how much it does like to just throw you into the middle there. So we've had no sign of an invincible yet, have we? Which isn't surprising, I guess. I mean, I didn't know if it would or not, but it doesn't surprise me that it doesn't want to give an invincible board. What is surprising me is the regularity with which it's boarding, though. does seem very happy to put me onto the board. Oh, straight into the second level. The reel configuration is pretty good, so we can certainly get out with a pound fairly easily. If we need to, and we've got plenty of reel blasts already. Ooh, 7. Well, okay, let's just do it properly. That is the correct way to do it. Let's assume that we can't plug this one. If it's the one in the snooker club, maybe Andy's moved it somewhere else where it's a little bit more in view. Too much line of sight, too many people around. We don't feel comfortable plugging it. So we're just going to do it properly, which is when we go onto the inside level, the correct thing to do is not have a single spin. The second it puts you into the middle, what you should actually do is just collect your blasts and don't run the risk of having it put you in the middle, because that is, and at that point, if you can't plug it, you really are fucked if it puts you straight into the middle and gives you a cash streak. Particularly if you've only done like one knockback or 2 knockbacks, it'll give you a cash streak of maybe 30 quid, something like that, kill the machine, and then you're in a very bad spot. And you are limited, of course. That's the other thing. You are always limited by what's in the hopper. It's a very important thing to remember with this era of machines. They had a £125 hopper in them. And then if your money's going over the back from the start, that's gone, of course. Any money that you put over the back and goes into the cash box, you can't get that out. You are always limited by what you can take out of the hopper, and that does maybe instruct how much you're prepared to kind of get into it and knock it back and that sort of thing, because you do have to be aware that that is always your limiting factor, is that £125 hopper. No note changes in this era of... there were no 50... Were there 15... 25 quid was when the first notice turned up, wasn't it? Oh, look at that. It's put me straight into... This is one thing that it can do when it starts to get a little bit happier. It'll just start boosting you up the levels, and you can potentially end up having to take those little £1. Oh, they're not much. They're only a quid, but they do potentially add up. So... I think I've covered most of the comments that I'm sure I'll have forgotten a couple. There was one that a guy left just the other day that made me chuckle in a kind of sympathetic kind of way. So he was saying that he had one on a high percentage in an arcade all to himself for a long time, and it was on an early chip, and he just made out like a bandit on it for a long time, and then was up in was up in Scarborough one day with his girlfriend, saw a lot of luck, put a couple of quid in, went red on the first board, and he was like, just watch this, love, won't be long, we're going to get oh, a big red boost there, going to get a few quid off this and we'll be on our way. And I think he was saying, was it 2 hours later or 3 hours later, he was like 200 quid down and he'd run out of time, his girlfriend had had enough. And he just had to take what he could out of it, and I think he got about 50 quid out of it, and then it went dead again. So he took an absolute hosing, and doubtless pissed off his girlfriend in the process as well. And that was going from a known quantity in an arcade on an early chip to what, of course, with the benefit of hindsight for him, would have been a rechip. So an example there of getting stung. You could potentially get stung pretty badly on these things. Oh, so, you know, the money is... The money's going through it. That's 45 quid. We've got a feature there. So that's 45 quid and no invincible. And it hasn't actually. I mean, it hasn't offered us a dead cert jackpot yet. The closest we've got. We could have got super locomotion off taxi, but I'm pretty sure that can mug you off with the best win of a tenner if it wants to. So... You know, we've got to get rid of that. We've got one reel blast and we've got a jackpot in view there, which is danger territory here. Oh, now. Now we're in a bad spot. Now we are in a bad spot, you see. We might have to do an emergency. One reel blast, what does it want to do? Oh, it actually hit the pound. That would have been clenchy. That would have been a clenchy one, because it can do it. The one in the snooker club did it to me. I remember pretty much exactly that situation, and it just went for the jackpot. And I think it was a time when I couldn't plug it. Sometimes you could plug it in there, sometimes you couldn't. Then that was super annoying, so that was a bad one. We got away with it, but that was a danger one there. So, better reel configuration there. 48 in at this point, so it's going to be hard to win on this now, isn't it? Bearing in mind the limiting factor of that £125 hopper. I mean, I said before, yeah, you know, you're happy to go round and round the outside, but that's kind of when it's shown you some indication that it's actually going to go invincible. This hasn't shown us that it's really got any inclination. Oh, Mr. Barcrest there for a slowdown. This has not demonstrated any... oh, and it's just put... See, it's been a twat now. Out of interest, can I get the... No, 1, 2... So I haven't actually got enough nudges there. I can't nudge in a treble bar. I've just seen... Obviously, I don't want to, but... Just seeing if I've got enough nudges to get a jackpot. So I don't think we've actually had a definite jackpot at this point. Let alone an invincible board. Numbers in view next. I don't know, we'll hold all them. Always felt a little bit like it would just give you what it wants to give you, and it does that. But maybe there's a better way to do it. Oh, okay. It is, but I mean, at the same time, we are like nearly 50 quid in now. So you're kind of expecting it to be bored in a bit. Let's just do this board. Ooh, big red boost there. I mean, I almost wouldn't be wildly surprised if it went invincible in the not too distant future. We don't want to bring that one down. We'll bring that one down. That's got a £1 on it. Oh, oh, okay. Oh, it has! It has! So at 48 in, it has actually gone invincible. Right, okay. I don't know. I can't say if that's sooner or not than I was expecting. 50 quid to go invincible on one that's just been done. Is that about right? I don't know, because it's something I've never done before. So, okay, well, you see there, 48 quid to go invincible. I was half expecting it to cost more than that. So let's get the high-tech tracker out. There is one invincible knockback. And let's see how it wants to do it from here in terms of going invincible again. But we're already 50 quid in at this point, so it's going to be fairly hard work to turn a profit on this. And we do need a few more reds than that before we're actually... remember, of course, we are on a skanky late chip here. Someone did mention, by the way, that because of the way Barcrest do their naming conventions, like early ROMs... oh, hang on a minute. Oh, I don't want to miss this one, because I'll go in, won't I? There we are. Their early ROMs will be like 0.3 and 0.4 and 0.5. This is actually a V2.0. So it's a bit of a weird convention that they use for their chip revisions. But this at version 2 is a late chip. This is a late chip for this. So this will definitely be one of the skanky ones. It's the earliest one that we know of for this, version 2.0. I don't think there are any earlier ROMs for this machine knocking around. But the fact it's version... See, you might think that version 2.0... Oh, well, that's only the second revision. No, that would be quite a few revisions along, because Barcrest start down at like... You get early ROMs, which are like literally like 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, something like this. So we could be a fair few chips down the line. And someone did say over at Desert Island Fruits that when they went up to 2, when they went up to version 2, that was them saying this is now the fixed version, this is the final version, this is the one where we've kind of sorted everything out. So for this to be version 2 would suggest that it is indeed a late chip. So we have got a £1 in view there. Ooh, another... wonder how long it'll take to go invincible again. Oh, we've got a Mr. Barcrest. That's good. I mean, we've got 4 nudges. I'm just interested to see if we could actually get... No, we can't guarantee ourselves a jackpot. Oh, there we are. So there we are. So 51 quid up, and it's just offering us a straight 15 quid off the cash repeater there at 51 quid in. I mean, long-term stats, where is it? You see there, long-term stats, it's still actually slightly over percentage. It's still just a smidge over 84%, and it's basically just throwing a jackpot repeater into our lap. I don't really have to do anything for that one. Oh! Oh! There's 2. There is 2. Want to try and get... okay, we've got a fair few real blasts there. So I'm almost guaranteed to hit the pound. That will lock it in. There we are. So I can't go wrong now. So yeah, we'll take the real blast there. But we're not going to muck about on this one. Like, we were a little bit naughty in the previous one where I was playing as if I could plug it. We'll play it properly this time. And assume that we can't do that. So that is 2 knockbacks. Oh, did I miss a hold on a number there? So we've had 2 knockbacks already. It'd be interesting to see what it wants to do in terms of afters and that. How big the cash streak will be and what it has in terms of afters. I wonder if you could actually take it further over percentage. That would be interesting. I mean, 84% is a smidge high, but not, ridiculously so. I mean, decent arcades will set. There was an arcade in Douglas that set their machines to 82 or 84%. And if you asked them, that they would actually open the door and show you. I remember, oh God, what was it? It was a bloody Barcrest machine. Can't remember for the life of me. But yeah, they'll show you. So yep, set to 84%. So it's not ridiculous. You wouldn't get a machine on 84% in the pub, but a decent arcade will set to percentages in the 80s. Oh yeah, Mr. P's, I think Dave at Mr. P's, I think he sets to 88 or 90% because he wants people to have a good game. So if you can find a decent arcade, even back in the day, 82, 84% was not unheard of. It was just in the pubs that they're real tight fuckers, and you'd be at 76, 78. I think some places even set to 74, do they? Which is just awful. Oh, it's put me straight. Well, okay, we can't afford to take any chances. We've got decent real. It does seem, I have to say, it is very happy to hit the pounds. It could be far more of an arsehole about that than it actually is. Oh, super start there. Yeah. I mean, how many do you reckon we should do? 5 knockbacks, 6 knockbacks, something like that. Let's see how much hard work it wants to make it. Ugh, game over. I mean, this will be quite interesting to see is how much it wants to dick us around here for getting these extra invincibles, because we know that this chip can be difficult about it. But let's see. I mean, hold all reels. What's that? Is that a quid maybe? Yeah, there we are. I mean, I will just leave Bandicam going here so we can see the whole thing. And you can see exactly what it does. As ever, ooh, 2 jackpots in view. That's a bit dodgy. I will put time codes in the video description, so if you want to just skip to the invincibles or the streak or whatever, you can do. But this is just for folks who want to see in kind of real time what this actually... Oh, there we go. We got straight jackpot on nudges there. I really need to get rid of those fecking jackpots. I need quite a few bonus. I need another, 3 bonus nudges to get rid of them, don't I? Which there's no guarantee it's going to give me. Ugh. Where's our maxed out cash repeater again? What's that going to do? Oh, okay. We'll have a 3 off that. Nah, only I should have probably gone for bonus nudges, actually, thinking about it. Although you can only get one bonus nudge on the outside. Stroll on would do us, wouldn't it? Oh, 2 bonus. That's good. There's, yeah, I still need one more to get rid of the other jackpot, but we've got plenty of real blast. The only risk here is it hitting the fucking jackpot straight off the bat. Stroll on. Stroll on. Would, oh, didn't want it. Didn't want it. Okie croaky. Is that in? That should be in, yeah, feature that. It is boarding quite happily now, isn't it? I mean, to be honest, it's kind of been boarding quite happily from the start. You had the first 20 quid or so was really miserable, wasn't it? But after that, it's not actually been quite as piggy as I was expecting it to be. I just need one more bonus nudge to get rid of that jackpot on reel 2. Oh! Now! Don't you dare. Oh! Okay, there we are. A little bit of a dodgy moment again. And where are we? 60 quid in. Bang on 60 quid in. So, I mean, obviously at this moment on the real machine, the hopper would be full at this moment, even if it wasn't full when we got to it. So we're going to be putting money over the back at this moment in time. And obviously, oh, fuck, that was shite. Oh, God, it's letting me get away with that there, because it could, if it wanted to be an utter bastard about it, it could just be hitting those jackpots. You know, if the machine was, you know, way off full when you got to it, you'd just walk, wouldn't you? But, you know, if the hopper was 10, 20, 30 off, whatever, and you're still gone for it. At this point, we've put sufficient money in this, so the money, any pound coins that we put in now are just going to go straight into the cash box. So our limiting factor is absolutely that £125 hopper we've got. Oh! Straight up! Straight up. That is, gotta be honest with you, that is a little bit surprising to me. So, yeah, do remember our max take here is 125. Although, obviously, in the afters, you can do a little bit of recycling there in that you can collect some out and then put some back in. But it does limit your overall max potential when the machine's only got 125 quid in it. Oh, okay, that's fine in terms of... Anyway, it just keeps hitting the pound, doesn't it? I did put that invincible on there, didn't I? Yeah, 3. You know what? I think unless the actual streak and afters goes really, really badly wrong, I still think even a profit would be possible on this, let alone money back. I still think it could turn a profit on this, could we? I won't go nuts on the invincibles. I'll do like 5 or 6 on the invincibles, and then we'll take it in, and we'll see what it does. That was a pretty dead 3 quid, wasn't it? Ooh, that was a touch nasty there. So yeah, my apologies if I've forgotten about some of the comments on the last video. I do apologise. I thought I had them stacked in my head, but I've probably forgotten something. But I would say a lot of great comments left on the previous video, and you might find something interesting in there that you didn't know. So it might just be worth going back and having a look at those comments, because these kinds of these videos about these machines, they do tend to attract a lot of, when it was like a real classic old machine that a lot of people, you know, a method that was quite coveted at the time, but was also well known. But, you know, places like the CMA, you know, you were never allowed to talk publicly on the CMA list about this. They didn't put the message, you know, they didn't put it onto their golden pages. So I think that there's a lot of interest in terms of, from the comments that get left on the videos, you can tell that a lot of people were playing these, and a lot of people have many, many memories of them as well. Oh, no. Okay, we are just going to have to, let's do it properly. Oh, Oh, now you see there, it stiffed me with £2 there. It could have done worse than that, but it did stiff me with £2. Although, of course, that does add a little bit of cash into the out column. So that is £72 in now. We're not £72 down because we've taken £14 out. But we have put £72 in. That's the thing, you can get a surprising amount of money into these machines surprisingly quickly. Again, that was a bit of a skanky £3, wasn't it? And the other thing with doing like this, I suppose, is we can see in real time, because this I haven't stopped the Bandicam once whilst playing this. We can see here that I'm 40 minutes in at this point. And that was the thing, you know, you potentially had, this was not a machine to play. If you only had like 10 minutes, if there was one at a train station, and, oh, did I miss a whole day? If there's one of these at a train station and you only had like 15 minutes to your train, you wouldn't be having a go at one of these. You needed to make sure, you know, an hour minimum, I would say. To be comfortable on this, you needed an hour minimum. Preferably a little bit longer, because we see here, I'm now, coming up to 41 minutes in. And we haven't even taken the first streak yet, so you didn't want to be in a hurry when you were doing one of these. You know, you didn't want to be butting up against last orders, you know, if you knew they were going to turn the machines off in half. God, did you see that cash repeater boost there? It's went from like £3 to £15. Get rid of that jackpot there. Yeah, I remember there was a nightclub in Douglas where they had an absolute cast iron rule on what time they turned the machines off, and all the machines were on like a sort of power sort of plane behind. They didn't have individual plugs or anything like that. They were all controlled on like a master power bar. And there was a big sign up that said, these machines will be turned off at, and they were absolutely ruthless about it. They didn't give a fuck. It was like, they'd come around and tell you, you know, machines are going off in 5 minutes, and if you were still playing it, tough shit, they would just turn every fucking machine off if people were stood in front of them or not. So again, it was one of them where you didn't want to be up against the clock on it. Oh, 7, but he's put me in. So we'll do it. See, no, I did want to miss the pound there. Because it is going to be really, really keen now to put me straight in the middle. So we don't want to be risking it on the middle ring, because it will just want to be throwing me in at this point. 78 in. No, we're 3, aren't we? We're 3 knocked back at this moment in time. Now, the problem with this gamble is it's going to win. If we do win it, oh, we've got a bonus number, so we should do. Can't lose on a 1. It's going to put us into the second ring. That's the only problem here. It's not a great exchange, this one, because we're going in on the second ring, and we've got a jackpot in view as well. Oh, fuck. Okay. You know what? I'm going to play it safe there. I'm going to collect the £2, because the risk there was that it would hit the jackpot. So we'll get out with £2 on that one. You could actually make a case, to be honest, to not even do that exchange, because it's just starting on the second ring is just potentially too dangerous. We have got £1 there. So we'll exchange. Even though we've got a 1, we don't want to gamble again. Although £2 starts you on the outer ring anyway. In fact, we could have probably gambled again in case it would have given me a red number, because I would have still been on the outer ring thinking about it. Too late now, doesn't matter. Oh, straight into the... we are happy with the... That's fine, we've got enough Real Blast to guarantee £1. We don't care about that. We're happy with the reels, and we're happy with our blasts. That's fine. Still £6. It's not wanting to go invincible again, is it? After that really quick one that it did, that 11 that boosted us all the way up. Loads of nudges. That's going to go in, isn't it? Oh, but get out with our blasts. There we are. Okay, well, I think we need another 3 knockbacks here. 4 plus 3 is usually the one you want off this. 2 plus 3, 3... There we are, that'll do. Taxi and Superstar. I mean, we could try the... If it does go... Or when it does go invincible again, we could always try that... that thing with doing the golden hold. Just taking numbers off golden hold, but I don't know if that kind of counts as a knockback or not. Right, we need to get rid of that fucking jackpot up there. That's going to go in, isn't it? And again, so we're just going to have to... Okay, and collect. So you can see there, time is melting away. I mean, not that we're up against the clock here, but just to re-emphasise how you didn't, like I say, you did not want to be doing these when you're in a hurry. The location needed to be amenable to you taking as long as it took, really. Particularly if you ended in quite deep, because we're quite deep into this one. Obviously, in the previous video, you know, we got the invincible nice and early. And even though it is a bit of a skanky late chip, it generally behaved itself pretty well. You can see, even though we have got the invincibles coming now, we're pretty deep into it in terms of money and in terms of time. So you've got to make sure that you can see the thing out. We are only 1 red number away. Any chance, any chance. We're already on the 2nd level, which is slightly annoying. We've got 2 blasts. There's no jackpot in view, which is something. Stroll on would be good here. Move back 3, not quite as good. What's up there? Yeah, we've got another pound up there. That's fine. Oh, is that going to go in? No, it just missed. That's fine. Stroll on, please. Taxi, no use. Oh, God. It's... Okay, we might have to collect cherries here. Yeah, you know what? We'll have cherries there. And I think this is right. We've only done 3 knockbacks. You know, by all accounts, you would not be going in after 3 knockbacks. We'll want more than that, but it is costing us. It is costing us to do them. Superstar, where's that going to go? Ooh. I think we'll want to do 5, but... can we get another... No, we certainly don't want that one. That'll do, though. That's because you can see we don't want to bring reel 3 down because there's a jackpot directly above. So we'll stick with our reels as they are. That's fine. Donk. Bonus nudges, no use. Can we have some red numbers, please? That would be better. No, didn't. You can see here how erratic it is with the reds. Really fucking us around now with going red again. No, 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 no. Must try harder. I guess in a way, the fact it went red, you know, 50 quid in for it to go red, that's... I don't know, if you'd have asked me to predict how much in it would have taken to go red, I'm not entirely sure what my answer would have been. But it doesn't really... If you've got to do several knockbacks, it can kind of do the first red relatively early if it knows that, you know, well, when Barcrest rechip this thing. I mean, I don't know how specific the code is. When they did the rechips, they obviously knew what they were rechipping against. But you know what? On my tiny little... Because I'm playing on the laptop here, it's got a small screen, so I can't... Is that right? Oh, no, I fucked up. There's a one with... It doesn't matter. We've got the super duper mega start there. No, no, no. We've got tax in a life. Doesn't really help us very much because neither of those is a red number. Few there. Well, it can't kill us because we've got the life. Reels are fine, by the way. We don't need to move the reels. So yeah, I don't know when they rechip, because it's pretty obvious that Barcrest will rechip in this for a particular play style, but how specific it is in how it does it, you know. Oh, there we are. Don't miss it, Degsy. There we are. How specific it is in terms of, you know, is it literally like, oh well, go invincible early because it doesn't matter afterwards, or is it not that sophisticated? I really don't know. Now, theoretically, if we can get round again... I mean, see, I can take... I'll take my taxi here. So I'll show you there. So now if we take the feature... So I'll show you, it does work. But does that count? Now, there we are. My question is... Does that count as a knockback? And that's the thing that I've got. That's the thing that I don't know for sure, if that actually counts as a genuine knockback. Because this is, I don't know, it's part of the same board, isn't it? Is that how it works, or does it reset? And does the machine say now, right, this is a new board. Nothing was paid off the invincible board, and now this was a new board. Or does it see it as a continuation of the previous board? That's what I don't know. I mean, it works insofar as it ends the invincible board and the feature starts again. There's no doubt about that. It works in that regard. But whether or not if that counts as a genuine red knockback, I don't know. But I think the guy who suggested, I think there was more than one person left that comment, which suggests to me it's a way of doing it. Any chance for a red number? Oh, that's going to go in, isn't it? We'll have to collect our blasts. There's our pound. Did I fill in the number there or not? I can't. Did I fill in the number when it went red then? I'm losing track, to be honest. Well, we'll give it a couple more. We've got a red number there. Give it a couple more regardless. And see what it wants to do. But at the very least, you can see there that golden hold is a thing. It's a way of getting rid of the invincible board. We can't collect that, but it has filled it up. No. Ooh, couple more red. Oh, that was a tight one. Oh, you fudger! Come on, one more. Still on the outside. Real configuration is good. Stroll on, it can give you, saw it there, it can give you stroll on for the invincible. Will do it. Even on this chip, it will do it. Oh, stroll on, not game over. Bonus real blast, that's fine. Yes, there we are, okay. There's our invincible, and it's put us in. So... I can't collect, I haven't got golden hold available to me there anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We are happy with the reels, and we've got enough reel blast to guarantee a pound. And it's put me in anyway, so we'll just collect the blasts on that one. Ooh, hit the red. Ooh, see there? It wanted a few to hit the quid there, didn't it? So you can see the danger there. It hit the red 7 first. Which is why going into the... if you're forced to collect the blasts with one blast and you've got a high value symbol in view, it can be a little bit sketchy. So we'll do one more. That should be a feature, should it? Yeah. I have to have a swing. This is too much waffle even for me. I'm going slightly hoarse. Excuse me, just have a drink of water there. Right. Let's see. We'll have, maybe we'll have one more and then take it in. We need to get rid of that jackpot. Is it gonna make it silly bug? Hard work now. Play silly buggers with us. Not happy about that jackpot in view when we're still in, when we're on the second ring. I guess one thing you could do there is if you land on golden hold, you could always just start the feature again, even if it's not invincible. That would be one way of doing it, because I did land on golden hold there. If you're like really sketchy with your blasts or something, and you're worried it might put you into the middle, you could just take golden hold and restart the feature. Oh, but you know what? We have got a jackpot in view. Oh, God, it could fuck you there if it wanted to, couldn't it? I mean, if it hit the jackpot then, I might have to do an emergency plug. All hands on deck, desperate measures emergency plug might have been required there. If it wanted to go down that road, but it didn't. Yeah, hold them all there for the bonus. Even winner. Can miss on the second one when it wants to, that, if it's in a bad mood with it. And that is now 90 in. £90 in. We have taken 24 out, so we're not actually 90 down. But you can see here that our potential for making much in the way of profit on this is pretty limited at this point. Guaranteed win next, so we'll have cherries on that. Because the £2 exchange will still put us on... Oh, he says if we can get to the £2 exchange. There we are, 93 in. Well, you're certainly seeing a different machine than last time. I think we can just go to, you know, even with the method, it's not like completely free money. It's not like you just walk up to the machine and say, give me 80 quid, please, give me 60 quid or whatever you want to make your profit. There is still an element of you've got to time it right. I mean, God, will we get our money back on this? Oh, for fuck's sake! I mean, we're gonna be going some just to get our money back here, aren't we? I mean, earlier on, I thought, to be honest with you, there might be. I don't know. Sure, what the best thing to do. Oh, there we are. Early on, I thought that there might be a reasonable chance of getting a money back or turning a profit, but it has just wanted to cost and really take its time for these invincibles. I think we've got a nasty jackpot symbol on reel 2 there that we want to get rid of. Okay. No, not on. I could use a taxi to get bonus, and if it flings me into the second level, I could use the taxi. Although I guess theoretically, in fact, thinking about it, if it puts me into the middle level, I could use the taxi to get the 3 nudges. And at least get rid of the risk of the jackpot that way. In fact, I might do that. Anyway, that should do it, shouldn't it? So, since we've got the taxi, let's use it to get rid of... There we are, let's just use it to get rid of that jackpot symbol. And there's one up there, so we certainly don't want to nudge that reel. Red number's got a chance of giving us the invincible here. See, there's got... So I could start the feature again just by landing on golden hold there, and it's put us in. Nothing we can do there. We're just gonna have to take the blasts. Because I would not be surprised if it just threw us straight into the middle. It's going to be very cash streak happy at this point, isn't it? So there we are. 3 nudges. Well, it's fine. That'll guarantee a feature. Doesn't matter. Can't get any more numbers. 96 in at this point. No, actually, I've checked. We've got some low value symbols in view. But we have really had to put some cash into this, haven't we? What's actually up there? Well, we'll go. There is a £1 up there. We might get enough bonus nudges to get that far, I suppose. Jiminy cricket. Ugh. Just not invincible happy, is it? Hard work, hard work. Well, we can't lose that. Oh, into level 2. No. Oh, God. Wouldn't be surprised if it puts us in here. Well, there you are. We've got that pound in view. After all that, we have got that pound in view. Ooh. Stroll on would be useful here. Or not, as the case may be. What's that going to give us? Oh, superstar and a red number. You never know. You never know. Go on. Big boost up. Big boost up. Oh, so nearly a feature entry. Come on. Just throw us a red number, you fudger. Just throw us a red number there. And we'll do one knockback and then one more knockback. And then we will take the cash streak. We're nearly a fucking £100 in here. Don't fuck me around now. At least we can get rid of the jackpots. Yeah, you'd really want an invincible board after that start, wouldn't you? No, well, it's not in at least. Oh, come on. One red number? We haven't landed on a single red number, have we? It did all that fill from the feature entry. No, what are you doing, you bastard? That's kind of fine, really. Guarantees. Stroll on. Stroll on. Any chance? No. Oh, it's swerving it, isn't it? It really is. Oh, no, is that in? No, no. Just miscounted. It's only a matter of time before it puts me in here, isn't it? Oh, it's just not going to do it, is it? No! No, 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 no. Fucking bastard. Look at that, over an hour. We're you know, if this was the real machine, this would have had an hour of time off us. Oh, did I hold the... Oh, no, I held the 2 there. Not to worry. But what can we do? What can we do? Not much, I'm afraid. Oh, jeez. Jeez. So you can see there, look at the meters there. That is 99 in now. 99 quid in. And 26 out. So we're a fair wedge down. It's going to have to do something pretty big. At this point. We're not in a good spot with this. And that was a really bad 3. You see there, we're just 102 quid in now. £102. Just one more invincible. We've had 5, haven't we? 5 there, yeah. So one more. But it's a fair few quid since the last one, isn't it? The real configuration is good at least. So if we need to, we can... No need to do anything there, that's fine. We are happy with those reels. Where have all the red numbers gone? No, not interested. Not interested in your stupid bonus nudges. There's a red number. Oh, right. Oh, well, but theoretically it could be 2 more red numbers. That's in, isn't it? Not much we can do about that. No way around that one, really. God, it's really costing us for this last one, isn't it? There we are. There is a feature there. It's a pretty happy machine at this point. Albeit not to give us one last invincible. Oh, bastard. The reels are good. There's a decent little 3 there. So, come on. One more. Let's have it. Da. God, just go invincible one more time. Stroll on, maybe? Taxi, not really interested. To be honest with you, I'm quite happy with the reels and everything there, so... Oh. Why are you doing this to me? Come on. This would be slightly more bearable if I could just get another pint. Go to the bar and get another pint, but alas, all I've got here is a glass of water. This would definitely, God, this would, what would be into 3 beer territory, I think, for this one by now. Well over an hour. I think, yeah, this might be if I was doing this for real, this might be a 3 beer one by now. Oh, fuck off! God, it has held on for this last invincible, hasn't it? Oh, dear, dear, dear. I mean, is it worth the payback we're going to get here? I don't know. Probably not. Still, we are kind of committed now, so... You really are seeing the other side of this machine. What have we got up there on the middle reel? Oh, there is a pound up there, okay. Oh, little boost there. Come on. Just do it, you fudger. Just do it, just do it, just do it. Oh, is that in? It is in, yeah. Oh. Just fill up, fill up, fill up. Reels, don't put me in. Ah. Reels are in a good spot at least. We should be okay on our blast. If one more red number. No! There is a pound up there, isn't there? There we are. So we're fine to get our quid off the blast. That's in, isn't it? You! What a dick. It's turning into a bit of a tussle, this one, isn't it? Really is turning into a bit of a scrap. So, 105 quid in, you miserable fucker. There we are. Oh, not too happy with them jackpots there. Not too happy about those jackpots. We'll get rid of them as soon as we can. Can use the taxi, I suppose, to help me with... I do need some bonus nudges here. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, well, that kind of solved that problem, I suppose, didn't it? In a fairly uncompromising fashion. Oh, God, how much is it wanting for this last invincible board? A lot of money. It just doesn't want to do this last one, does it? Real time. What are we looking at there? Oh no! Oh, it just went past, didn't it? I was a bit too slow there. Not that it really matters, but getting on the board isn't really the problem, is it? We'll go for that. Any chance? We've got superstar and a red number. Ooh, could have been better. Could have been better. Just one more. Look at it, filling up that fucking cash repeater. Any chance? Can we just have the red board, please? Oh. Oh, dear. There we are. Oh, one more red number guarantees it. That's put me in. Oh, for fucking. Oh no, we don't need to. So I've got golden hold there. So What do you do? I mean, I could just take golden hold and put back in. You know? I mean, is that a thing? Is that legit? Oh! Shit, he says as he stopped. Well, that's the... well, it's alright. Let's pretend we had to knock that, but I don't know if that would be a legit... I don't know what the hell I was doing there, sorry. Well, that's fine, because, I mean, you sometimes have to knock them back with... you sometimes have to knock them back with £2 anyway, don't you? So, shall we go in now? That is 6 knockbacks now. We've got to... I'd like to get rid of that £2 in the bank, really, but then we can see clearly what we're getting off the cash streak. You never know, I was just about to say maybe it'll kill me. So we will go in now. Tell you what, we will go in. See, look at that. Soup hold for a jackpot. To give you an idea. What I'll do, I'll just clear that. I'll clear that £2 out the. Oh, this puts in anyway. I just want to have an empty bank really, because it'll just be easy to see what the cash streak has gone for. Not that it's that difficult to see what it's gone for anyway, but. Oh! 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 Look at that for a boost in. Look at that for a boost in. Wonder if this will go red. I think the chances are this going red. Ooh. I mean, I guess if you were like incredibly crackers, you could actually use the taxi to land on a mystery to see if that would give you a stroll on. I mean, is there any reason not to do that? Because if it puts me in, if it puts me in, I'm gonna have to. No, didn't work. Just kind of thought there was not really anything to lose by doing that. And if it gives you the stroll on, it gives you the stroll on. Oh, it has done. It has done. Well, you know what? Because I'm a little bit concerned that I fucked that last one up. I'll collect that, and then we'll go in, and that'll allow me to empty the bank out. That will allow me to empty the bank now, and then we'll go in. We'll go in on the next one. There we are. So we can get that £3 out the bank, and now we will see. So we have really got to be going some now. Can we get our money back? What is this going to go like now? We absolutely will go in on this one. Crikey, O'Reilly, look at that. Oh! Now it's tipped over, hasn't it? It's tipped over at this point, hasn't it? It has tipped over. You know, that came so quickly. That came so quickly. Did I just add one? I did just add one. That was so easy to do. Fuck it. Let's knock that one back as well. Since that was the easiest invincible you could ever wish for, isn't it? And maybe it'll just throw it. Because it basically didn't cost us anything, that did it. Came so easily, we may as well have a knockback on that, and then we'll go in on this one. And just see what it wants to do. So, look at that now. Sorry folks, this one is going on, but I have made a deliberate decision just to do this one in real time. So, time codes are there for people who want them. May as well go in. I did do that deliberately then, because I thought, let's just go in. If he wants to go invincible again, it can do. I have got a taxi, which I could use to go in. There we are. Right, okay, we're going to let it go in. We are going to let it go in. Hey, we wanted to go in there, didn't it? Wow. Right, I don't know what is this going to do. We are 111 quid in. 31 quid out. We're 90 down. So we are really looking for... We've got to be going some now. to get our money back, aren't we? So that obviously you can tell there, but I mean, obviously it's not going to stop at 15. But listen for that music stopping. Listen for the music stopping when it spins the win in. It's going on. You can tell it's going on there because the music didn't... When it brings in the win that makes the 15, you can tell. It's going on. It's going on. You can tell again it is going on. Nice big cash streak. Ooh, smaller wins this time. Oh, 51. That was because he doesn't have to go in 50. That was a little bit of a 50. Well, it's not amazing, is it? And we need some afters here, don't we? You can tell pretty quickly what kind of mood it's in. Ooh, didn't want to. This is going to be super interesting. Because I have never ever seen you. Because obviously you would never do this on a real machine. So I genuinely have no idea. Is it gonna have afters in it? Is it gonna die? Because that would be bad. Ooh. Is it gonna put us in? Oh, crap! Now that would be bad. Oh, imagine if it just fucking died. So we would be badly down if it did. There must be, so he can't just do 51 and then die. That's a no-lose gamble, isn't it? Because... Oh. So we have the numbers to put us in? I don't know. We're on anyway. We're on the board. Okay, so remember, we are just trying to get a jackpot here. We can't lose that. I mean, can we get the cash repeater? We got a jackpot up there. We haven't, so we can't get the jackpot repeater at this point. The cash repeater, rather. It's only a fiver anyway. 8 quid. Skill cash. Golden hold. Ooh! Oh, God! There must be a jackpot. 1, 2, 3... No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so we can get it. We can actually get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get the cash repeater, but it's not a jackpot yet. Oh. Now, if you remember on the last one, the first couple of jackpots were pretty easy, weren't they? And that was like 8 quid there. That was an 8 quid cash repeater that we had available to us. Ooh, this is looking ugly, isn't it? This is looking... Let's just collect the bank. I mean, we are way down at this point. That'll get the meters settling down. But we're going to play on from... There must be a jackpot after playing this. We're going to have to play jackpot would be the correct way of putting that, I think. But you didn't want to give it then, did it? 8 quid was about our lot there. Skill cash, by the way, is even super skill cash is by usually like, I think, well, 6 quid is a shoe-in, maybe a tenner, but it's not a guaranteed jackpot. Neither is locomotion, not a guaranteed jackpot. I think that can be red 7s. So is that the way it's going to compensate for it then? Just really be tight on the afters. Super Reel Roulette would do me. Because we've got a jackpot there. Oh, shit. I've been known to miss those. It's not, you know, it really is not what you call a jackpot happy machine, is it? Oh, we landed on Real Roulette once. We have, yeah, right. This is a jackpot. I'm not misremembering here. This is super slow. It is. I'm sure this is a jackpot. Yeah, there we are. Wow.
Oh, well done, you've hit the jackpot!
Well, it's... Repeat? Oh, no repeat. I mean, if we collect that out now, it's not going to be good, but it's not the worst result in the world either. That'll put us to 97 out for 120 in. So that would be, what, 23 quid down. So if we collect that jackpot now and just stop playing, we would be 23 quid down. Bonus number? Yep. Maybe I'll have another. Do we need to necessarily just go all out for a jackpot here? Maybe something a little bit smaller, a super feature, would be worth collecting, because it doesn't look like it's not chucking them at us, is it? Yeah, so there must be a double bar up there. Yeah, there. So that's activated. The cash repeater is available for us. Shit. Oh, I'm not fancying this. No, no, no. Skill nudges next. Well, okay, let's play it safe, because that guarantees us a quid, doesn't it? It's fine. We'll just take the dead cert win. Don't want to get too fancy. Doesn't look like it's jackpot happy, does it? So if we can take some value out, we should probably do that. It's not completely dead either. Oh, he says, don't kill me. Oh, fudge. That's a bit better. We don't want to be missing that at this point when we go for our afters. £2 cash repeater. Oh, we're in. We're in. Doesn't really matter. I mean, the real blasts aren't going to help us there, are they? Oh, I'd have a Super Money Multiplier, you know. How many blasts do we need? We need 7 blasts. Oh, you could argue. You could argue on that, you know. Go on. £5 times 1. Oh, God. I remember this as being a bit better than this, to be honest. Oh, that's better. Yeah, you've got to press it, haven't you? 3 times, 2 times, what's that? 4 times 1 times 1. 2 times 1 times 4. Hang on a minute. I hadn't actually pressed it the second time. No, I don't want 4. That would be 8 quid, wouldn't it? That's 12, isn't it? So 12 quid. There we are. I thought, yeah, I hadn't actually pressed the. So let's just collect that out. I hadn't pressed Mr. Barcrest at the start. I thought that was wrong then when I collected it. 12 quid, that's fine. We're not going to get a jackpot repeat at this point. The streak's not going to go past 15. You can see there's no chance of getting a second invincible. Let's just see where the meters settle to. Well, you can see there, 120 in, 109 out. So we're actually only 11 quid down at this point. On this session, we're 11 quid down. But look at the long-term stats. It's actually finished up ever so slightly above percentage than it was before at 87.8%. So we haven't won anything, but the machine has still kind of lost a bit, because remember, the machine's target is actually 84%. So we're down, but kind of like the machine is down as well. Shall we just see if we can get one more board off it? So in a way, that kind of went. I was expecting more of a bomb site than that. To be absolutely honest with you, I didn't think we would get so close to money back. I mean, you'd probably walk there because we didn't take a jackpot off the last board. I'm just seeing. So in fact, let's just say the close there was 11 quid down. I think you'd walk with that because, like I say, we took 12 quid off money multiplier there. It wasn't even a jackpot. So you'd walk at that, and that would have been 11 down. Considering the state this machine was in when we started playing it, 11 down doesn't seem like a terrible... Oh dear, oh, Mr. Barcrest is in. Just goes to show that Barcrest just never quite got this one right, did they? Even after multiple rechips, they just never sorted this one out. Because the machine's in no... You've got to remember that there's a gap between what we want as players. Ooh, that's not going to... As players, of course, we need above 100%. For us to win, we need above 100%. But remember that the machine's target is 84%. So the fact that it's further adrift than it was at the start means it hasn't corrected itself either. I mean, I am just... We had one board. Should we just have one more board, see what it wants to do on the next board? But let the record show that on a reforce on a dead machine that was over percentage, we actually got most of our money back. We finished at 11 quid down. Ugh, that's a bit of an optimistic hold there, isn't it? Any chance of a feature, maybe? No. I think it has had it now, hasn't it? I mean, there's no real point to this video. It was just, like I say, there was more than one comment left, and as I was thinking, I thought, you know what, that would actually be quite interesting to do. Because it's the kind of thing that you can do in the emulator. You would never ever, unless it was your own machine. I guess if you had your own machine at the time, this has been known for players to buy machines. It's the kind of thing you might do on your own machine just to see. But on a real machine that you were playing to try and make money out of, you would never ever do that. So there you are. I mean, ignore that there because we just put a few extra quid in there just to see what would happen. But it's still over percentage. 87.17% from a target of 84%. So you kind of wonder what would happen if you'd go again, I suppose. But you can try that. By all means, try it yourself in the emulator. That there is to show you what happens if you go for Lotta Luck twice on the bounce. And it just goes to show that you wouldn't necessarily lose a fortune. We could have walked away from that. After a bit of a tussle with it, we could have walked away a mere £11 down. So there we are. I think I'm going to slightly rabbit in for an hour and a half straight is a bit much even for me. So I'll wrap it up there. So thank you very much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed this video and I will catch up with you next time. But for now it is goodbye.